my family and I started a boat trip on that morning, Boxing Day. And I remember it vividly because we left my mother and my youngest sister at the time, who was just one, and we hopped on a boat that my dad built a really long time ago. We started out the day just to go meet up with some friends on a different island, and the day turned from there. We, at about 10 o'clock, left from the dock where the boat was parked at. And as the water receded, my dad got a phone call from a friend of his on a different beach saying, you know, Bill, the water's gone, the swim platform's dry. And he said, you know, get everyone off of the beach right now. There's going to be like a big wave coming. And he figured it out pretty quickly and realized that we needed to get to deep water as well. And while all the other boats were out there, they turned around and came back in towards land. And we did the opposite, which was really scary, was to go past speeding boats and go towards whatever danger was ahead. And I remember my dad just telling me to, like, you know, stay calm. And I had to look after my sisters at the time because they were really nervous, they were really scared. And we went straight towards the wave, towards deeper water where the wave wouldn't be as big. And I remember calling my mum and handing the phone to my dad, and he talked to her for a bit and then told her to get up the mountain closest to our beach. And I remember talking to her and saying, like, final goodbyes and everything, and I handed the phones to my sisters and they were just crying, and it was like we knew we were gonna die. There was no question about it, because the way the water was disappearing, the way, like, my dad was acting, there was no doubt in my mind that I was gonna die. And once you kind of accept that, it was no longer scary. We went towards the wave at full speed, and the wave was more like a wall of water, like 90 degrees with the actual water line, and it was pretty high. But it got larger and larger as we got closer, and it just surrounded the boat 180 degrees everywhere you looked. There was a wave coming in, and we went out as far as we could. And I remember seeing the wave hit a peninsula of an island nearby, and it hit where all the sandbar was. It had trees, and it picked up those trees and it threw them into the sky. And I just remember thinking, there's no way, you know, we're gonna survive this. But somehow my dad managed to navigate the boat through the wave that had tumbling fishing boats and everything in it. We hit it and kind of got forced backwards, and we went up and up and up and up as fast as we could. And that was just the first wave. There were two others after that, and miraculously we ended up alive, and we picked up the friends that we had to on the island that we were going to, and we put them on our boat and waited out there for 4 hours or so just to see if there were any more aftershocks or after waves, because all the phone lines were down. People were trying to call their loved ones and find out if they were safe, so all the phone companies had stopped working. So we couldn't call our mum for 4 hours or so to find out if she was okay. We didn't see her till that night. We went to the mountain that she went up on, and we were so happy to find her and the youngest baby alive. And the month after that, I don't actually remember very well, because of the fact that I think my mind just blocked it out with, like, post-traumatic stress. There's only photos to remind me of, like, we went through all the rubble on the island searching for, like, friends and like my dad's workers and stuff and their families and things. And so that was a really hard time for us, but I'm glad to be here today, and you know, it makes me appreciate every moment I have in my life.